leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, well, I killed a cow out back, baby. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna get my hands around your throat.
What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Somewhere around 8:15, 8:30, something like that, President Trump is supposed to be live giving remarks at the Congressional Ball Grand Foyer. I don't know what that is, but we're going to cover it whenever he gets on stage. I'm sure it won't be at 8:30, but we'll see. Before we get any further, I want to give a huge shout out to C. Bill. Thank you so much for the Buy Me a Coffee. I really appreciate the support. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jack. Thank you so much for the PayPal. I really appreciate you hooligans. Thank you so much. We're going to be starting off with this first video titled Michigan Man Died from Rabies Traced to Infected Kidney from an Idaho Donor. This is some pretty scary stuff. I really don't trust people, and this isn't helping it. Then we got a video titled Michigan's in the news a lot. Michigan Representative Haley Stevens files article of impeachment against RFK Jr. She's real scared of misinformation, I guess. Then we got a video titled Deadline for Epstein Files Release Approaches After Trump Signs Bill. They don't actually tell you when the deadline is, but they do tell you what they're worried about. Then we got a video that is titled Kristi Noem discusses Trump administration seizure of Venezuelan oil tanker during hearing. It's not a whole lot of details, but it's more than we got from the press briefing. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Get Some, and it's titled Not Another One. Getting back into the news, we got a video. It's titled My Pillow founder is running for Minnesota governor. I kind of think it's cool that Mike Lindell is running for governor, but man, they talk so bad about him in this video. They basically describe him as a liar and a conspiracy theorist. And it's a doubly, the second video being Mike Lindell speaking. It's My Pillow founder Mike Lindell says that he is running for Minnesota governor. Then we got a video that is titled Judge Orders Immediate Release of Kilmar or Garcia from Immigration Detention. We've been covering this forever, it feels like. And the poor father from Maryland, well, he's free. They either already let him go or he's about to be let go. He's just the poor father from Maryland now. I am really disappointed by this because this is the guy that everybody in the Oval Office, the entire Trump administration was in there, and Boo Boo Kelly, the president of El Salvador. They were all at the Oval Office. They all swore up and down Kilmar Garcia would never step foot on this soil again. And now he's free. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed with that. Then we got a video titled Willful Blindness is Fueling These Attacks. I don't know why they titled it like that, but these two idiots were posting on social media about how they want to do bad stuff to Border Patrol agents, as well as Tricia McLaughlin herself. She's a spokesman for DHS, and they were threatening her directly like a bunch of idiots. Now their life is basically over, so they were stupid for doing that. Then, of course, for the last little bit of the news, we got Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled Amy Horowitz targets Candace Owens. I don't know who Amy is, but she better chill out because Candace, she don't play. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Metal Mouth. It's titled Girls Will Be Girls. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Donnie, and it's titled That's Gay. Oh, that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Salty Ragu? What's up? This has got to be Turbo. Your name's all blacked out. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Hair Juicer? And what's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Matt Rogers, I think I was supposed to run to the post office today. I'm going to have to go there tomorrow. What is this? Sly Dog, thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Rumble. You're a badass, Sly Dog. Thank you so much. Too Old to Care, you were first over on Rumble. Happy freedom to you, Too Old to Care, and appreciate you racing in the chat. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom. Scrolling. Matt Rogers, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Happy freedom to you, Slide Dog, if I didn't get you already. Let me see. Turbo, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. Scrolling through. Let me see. Make sure we get I think we got everybody. Go ahead and hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kig? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Agent O, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Show What? Happy freedom to you. Russell, you are truly omnipresent. Happy freedom. Let me see. Mr. Satan, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom. What's up, Cross? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mike Ingle? What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Efo? What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. What's up, K Walt? What's up, Derek? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. I think we're good to go. Make sure you guys hit that like button over on the GoofTube. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you. Let's go ahead and get things started. Like I said, Michigan man died from rabies traced to infected kidney from Idaho donor. Like I said, I don't really trust people. They can't even put together a Happy Meal without messing it up. So I'm a little bit scared of the organ stuff going on here. And this guy, well, he got some bad luck here. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
In your evening rush, we are learning new information about a rare deadly rabies case that traces back to an Idaho organ donor. The CDC now confirms a Michigan man who died in January contracted rabies from a transplanted kidney. That kidney came from an Idaho donor. Investigators say the donor had been scratched by a skunk on his rural property about 6 weeks before his death. Family members later reported he became confused, had trouble walking and swallowing, and was declared brain dead soon after. Testing later confirmed he carried the silver-haired bat variant of the rabies virus. No other Idaho recipients were infected, and corneal grafts sent to 3 states were removed as a precaution. Health officials say there is no ongoing risk to the public.
There's no ongoing risk to the public. Yeah. I didn't think you were just giving kidneys to everybody in town. That doesn't even make any sense. Saying this man died from rabies that he had got from a donated kidney. They say that the donor had got a scratch from a skunk, and then he showed symptoms of rabies before he died. And then they were just like, yeah, we're just going to use his kidney. That'll be fine. And so they gave an infected kidney to somebody here in Michigan, and they died. Like I said, they can't put together a Happy Meal. Why are we putting our hands in each other's bodies and stuff? That's why planes are falling out of the sky. It's like people are getting dumber and nobody wants to notice it. It's like, they act like it's racism to notice that people are getting dumber. I hate going outside, not just because people have no personality these days. They're just hateful pieces of shit because of social media, but it's like they're dumb at the same time. Not only are they hateful, but they're dumb. They'll be dead ass in the wrong and then just be mad at you. Like you did something because you're standing next to a dumb person. It's like, I don't know. And I knew one day they'd get to the doctors and shit, and here we are. It scares the hell out of me. Anyways, next up, more Michigan news. Michigan Representative Haley Stevens, a Democrat who's a congresswoman, or trying to be a congresswoman, files an article of impeachment against RFK Jr. She says he's full of that misinformation, and she's really scared. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about this guy getting rabies without actually catching rabies directly. Guess the silver butthole variant of spider bite. Yeah, I was, new nightmare fuel. That's what that is. Happy freedom to you. Guess yeah, I don't want that kind. Saldrigu, what about spider bites? Asking for a friend. You guys, don't jinx me. Do not jinx me. Turbo, out here fighting skunks and died. I know. I don't know if that's an honorable death or not. I guess it depends if he was defending the innocent while doing it. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom. Your tooth broke today. Just randomly broke. I'm sorry to hear that, Colty. I hate teeth problems. It's unreasonable, the prices for dental work. What's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. Sly Dog, oops. Yeah, that's a big oopsie. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom. Toilet care was due to my spider sense. You get spider bites too? Or did your spider sense come for free? What's up, Major? Happy freedom. Ask someone about coming for free. Let me see. Scrolling through here. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom. Candace Owens is trash. Watch AI home trailer. Don't go full Candace music video. Oh, I think I have seen that. They've got a couple things. I can't remember what the last thing was you told me to go watch. There was, I don't think it was Hillary Clinton. I can't remember what it was. You had me go watch something, and so now their stuff pops up in suggestions and all of that. I could see it on the sidebar when I'm watching videos and stuff. Anyways, moving forward here, what kind of red is that? What would you call that color red? It's the brightest red I've ever seen. It's brighter than Santa red, what Rita was wearing yesterday. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, Michigan Representative Haley Stevens files articles of impeachment against RFK Jr. Oh, what did I just do? I'm messing everything up. Come on, man. Let me see. There we go. Damn, I am clicking all the wrong buttons here. I'd say it was Beck Frank's fault, but she disappeared on us. Anyways, like I said, Michigan Representative Haley Stevens, she's a congresswoman for Michigan. She files an article of impeachment against RFK Jr. because she's really scared of misinformation. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Hearing from Michigan Congresswoman Haley Stevens after she formally introduced articles of impeachment against Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Stevens says RFK Jr. is weaponizing misinformation and threatening the health of Michiganders. She says he's turned his back on science, on public health, and on the American people.
Secretary Kennedy is driving up cost, endangering lives, undermining public health, betraying public trust, and threatening Michigan families and our world-class research institutions.
Shut up, bitch!
Stevens initially announced the impeachment plans back in September. It's part of a growing push for impeachment among House Democrats. Earlier this week, Michigan Congressman Sri Tanadar introduced impeachment articles against President Donald Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
All right. So the Democrats here in Michigan, they're having a problem. They don't like the misinformation unless they're providing it. So because they're biased, they're all mad. They got to file an article of impeachment. I'm sure it isn't going to go anywhere because it ever does. But like I said, like they said, Michigan Congresswoman filed articles of impeachment against RFK Jr. claiming he's weaponizing misinformation and putting Michiganders at risk. Mentions that earlier this month, other Democrats filed articles of impeachment against President Trump as well as Pete Hegseth because they can't control these people, so they want to get them out of office. So you have to fall in line or get out. And so anyways, next up we got deadline for Epstein files release approaches after Trump signs bill. They don't actually tell you what the deadline is. It's got to be coming up, but they are mentioning they want a third party to review records to see if there's been any changes made to the documents and stuff like that, which I think is interesting. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you're looking to think about these Democrats crying and filing for impeachment. Matt Rogers, yeah, being healthy is bad for your health. That's basically what they're saying. Hair Juicer, your girlfriend Corinne was on InfoWars yesterday. That's funny, Hair Juicer. Yeah, she was at the White House press briefing today. I don't know how she got her White House pass, but yeah, she's been at the press briefings too. Russell, RFK Jr. is doing a good job. Yeah, I think so too. I can't do as many pull-ups as he can, and he's like twice my age. So, I don't know. It's hard for me to say anything bad about RFK Jr. You know, I'm just saying. What's up, obnoxious guy? Happy freedom to you. Oh my God, get some. If you don't like spiders, look away. Bam. Look at this bullshit. Look at this. 100 million on the spider. Anyway. In hooligan chips. Fucking spiders. That's why I needed to stop at the post office to get that bug assaulter thing so I could hit the spiders from here without having to get up. What's up, Alistair? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom, Kevin. I'm saying hello to you. Happy freedom to you, Kevin. I don't want you to feel left out. I know last live you were really concerned that I didn't say happy freedom to you, Kevin, but happy freedom to you, Kevin. I wish I could do your accent, but I don't have a cool accent like that. Alistair's Workshop, thank you for rating the live. I didn't realize. Thank you for rating us, Alistair. Really appreciate it. I was trying to get Klaus Daniels over here, but he's not in the dancing mood. Turbo, look at the balls on that thing. I know. But I didn't miss the raid. I got the raid. What's up, Lurking? Happy freedom to you. Elder Zoomer loved the raid song. I actually just randomly found it. I've never heard it until I was looking for a raid song. Kevin just got a bunch of toys for the kitty. Very nice. I'm sure Cooper will enjoy the toys. Alistair stayed on longer just to raid. You're awesome, Alistair. I really appreciate it. Scrolling through here. Dunn, you know that Candace was known before she became a right-wing commentator. She had a site called Social Autopsy for doxing people. No, I've never heard that. When I first seen Candace Owens, she was hanging out with Charlie Kirk, and it was like right after the election got stolen or something like that. It was either right before or right after. There was something going on that was weird, and they were popping up and raising a lot of awareness about it and stuff. But I didn't know she was doing that stuff before hanging out with Charlie Kirk. Did you guys see the Charlie Kirk shooter today? Libby Racer, Trump's live? No, Trump's not live. Yeah, he's supposed to be live in 2 hours, though. I'll take a gander just in case, but he's not supposed to be live right now. I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to say, and now I can't remember. The Charlie Kirk assassin. He was in court today. It doesn't seem like anything happened. All the things I saw. Oh, I guess he is live. Okay, President Trump's randomly fucking live. We're just going to cover this, I guess.
I'm sure that whenever his primary is, it's, I think, in 2 years, but I'm sure he'll go down. He'll go down. I'll certainly support anybody that wants to go against him.
If I could ask you briefly about on AI and then a question on Ukraine. On the AI side, the flip side of what you've done today is what kind of agreements you can get with China, particularly on the national security threats posed by AI. During the Biden administration, there was a vague agreement on not using AI in the nuclear weapons complex. Tell us what you envision and what conversations you've had, if any, with President Xi on that topic.
Well, relevant to AI?
Yes.
I speak to him a lot about it. I speak to him a lot, actually. I have a very good relationship with him, as you know. If you had another president, you would have had a big rare earth problem, and it turned out not to be a problem. They're purchasing tremendous amounts of the soybeans and our agricultural products now. We're getting along with them very well. No, we talk about AI quite a bit. We talk about everything quite a bit.
Well, do you have specific guardrails you're trying to put together with them?
One of the things I talk to China about is the denuclearization of weapons. We'd like to see if we could stop that. I'm talking about nuclear weapons. I've spoken to China about that. I've spoken to Russia about that. And I think it would be something that we would want to do, and they would like to do, and I think Russia would like to do.
They've said they won't join New START or a follow-on to New START.
Well, that's what they told you, but you know what they tell you is different than what they tell you.
and I'm Ukraine, Mr. President, just briefly. You made a commitment to the Europeans back in July, if I remember right, to participate in some kind of a peacekeeping force should there be a peace agreement. You mentioned, I think, air support, intelligence, and so forth. Does that commitment still stand? Is the U.S. ready to go contribute to this?
It's called the security agreement, basically, that they call it. The
Which
security
sounds like
agreement.
one
Yeah,
of
we would
the-
help. We would help with security because it's, I think, a necessary factor in getting it done. I thought that we were very close with Russia to having a deal. I thought we were very close with Ukraine to having a deal. In fact, other than President Zelensky, his people loved the concept of the deal. You know, we threw something out.
This is the four-part deal that you...
Well, there's 4 or 5 different parts. It's, you know, a little bit complicated because you're cutting up land in a certain way. It's not the easiest thing. It's sort of like a complex real estate deal times 1,000, right? But it's a deal that would have stopped the killing of thousands of lives every month. Thousands and thousands of lives, mostly soldiers, but as you know there's some bombs
Are you
being
headed
dropped.
to sort of a Korea-like ceasefire there where you don't resolve?
Well, there's a meeting on Saturday. We'll see whether or not we attend the meeting. We said we'll attend the meeting if we think there's a good chance of. They want me to attend. They want us to attend, and we'll be attending the meeting on Saturday in Europe if we think there's a good chance. And we don't want to waste a lot of time. We think it's negative. We want it to get settled. We want to save a lot of lives. As you know, in the past we spent. Could be $350 billion given it to Ukraine. You know, we got nothing in return, but we gave it to Ukraine. I ended up getting rare earth in return, even though I didn't spend money. And we are now selling weapons to NATO. We're not selling it to Ukraine. We're selling weapons at full price to NATO, as you know. They distribute those weapons probably to Ukraine for the most part. They're probably doing it to others also, but we're not involved in the war other than the fact that we are involved in a negotiation because people want us there. Ukraine wants us involved very much. Europe wants us involved. I have a great relationship with the countries of Europe. As you know, I took GDP. I took what they're spending as a percentage of GDP, but it was at 2 and they weren't paying, and now it's at 5, and everybody's amazed. But that 5% is a lot of it's coming back to the United States. With that being said, I'd like to see the killing stop. 25,000 people died last month, soldiers, mostly soldiers, but some people also where bombs were dropped. But for the most part, 25,000 soldiers died last month. I would love to see it stop. And we're working very hard. It doesn't really affect the United States unless it got out of control. You know, a thing like that, as you probably know, because you are a professional, a real professional, which is something I don't say about a lot of other people, but you are a great professional. Things like this end up in third world wars. And I told that the other day. I said, you know, everybody keeps playing games like this. You'll end up in a third world war, and we don't want to see that happen.
Mr. President, can you confirm that you have appointed a general to lead the stabilization forces in Gaza? What will be his mission, and how soon do you want to see?
Well, we're working very strongly on Gaza. Yeah, we're working very much on Gaza. We actually do have a real peace in the Middle East. We have 59 countries supporting it, which is, you know, never happened before. We have countries that want to come in and take care of Hamas, as an example. We have countries that want to come in and take care of Hezbollah in Lebanon, as an example. And I say, right now you don't have to do that. You may have to do that, but we have countries that are volunteering to come in and literally take care of the whole thing. We have a great peace in the Middle East. It's never happened before. And I think it's very strong, actually.
And with Prime Minister Netanyahu, you're supposed to meet him end of this month. What's on the agenda?
Well, we get along with him very well. He's been a wartime prime minister, certainly. We did a big thing when we went in with this very plane right here, this beautiful plane. We went in with those B-2s, and now I can use the word because it's been confirmed by the Atomic Energy Commission, we obliterated their nuclear capability, their potential. And their nuclear capability would have been there in about 2 months. I think it looked like it was, some people say 2 weeks. I don't know if it's 2 weeks, but a very short period of time. They were very close to having massive nuclear weapons. And these guys went in and they did a job. And that made peace possible because everybody was afraid of Iran. And now they're not afraid of Iran anymore. And Iran would like to make a deal with us.
Your own national security strategy does not say obliterated, sir. It says set them back. Your intro does.
Well, the Atomic Energy Commission said obliterated, and the people that have seen the site said obliterated, and frankly, Iran said it was obliterated. And to show you how accurate it was, and you know, I fight for the pilots because the pilots and those people went in there at great risk, and they hit every single target on every single bomb, and they did a lot of damage. And for them to be given anything less than 100% of the credit is unfair. So I will tell you, the Atomic Energy Commission said it's like gonzo. It's one person actually used the term obliterated, but Iran actually said that they probably can never go there again. They can probably never start there again. If they ever started, they'd probably choose a new site. But regardless, we took out the Iran nuclear site with great talent. No other country could have done that. No other country has weapons like we do, but no other country could have done that. We have the best weapons in the world. We have the best military in the world. And when we took out Iran, that allowed for peace. There's no way that, and I really have great respect for the King of Saudi Arabia, for the Emir. I'm friend with UAE. These are great people. These are actually great people and great leaders. There's no way they could have done a deal if Iran was not really nullified to a large extent. Iran is not the same country. Iran was a country that was feared by everybody. Now it's a country that's been very much downgraded. I'm sure they'll try and come back, and they're very capable people. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
They are reconstituting their missile program quite quickly.
Well, you know, they can try, but it's going to take them a long time to come back. But if they do want to come back, and they want to come back without a deal, then we're going to obliterate that one too. You know, we can knock out their missiles very quickly. We have great power, and we helped Israel a lot. We were shooting down the drones. We were doing a lot of things for Israel. We did a good job for Israel. But Israel did a good job. They fought, and they all fought bravely. Look, it's a war. That's a vicious war. They're all vicious wars. When you write, hey, you covered a lot of wars, they're all vicious. We never saw a nice one, right?
Right.
They're all vicious. But that was a big fight. But the big thing was the knockout of the possible nuclear capability. And it was a complete knockout of nuclear capability. That doesn't mean that over the next 2 years or 3 years they're not going to come back or not going to try. I think they got hit so hard, they may talk about trying, but I don't think they want to try. And I can tell you that they would love to be able to make a deal with me. They would love to be able to make a deal with me. And I'd love to make a deal with them if we could. You know, we were not close, but not so close, but we were reasonably there for a deal with Iran before the bombing. And they would have been much better off if they made a deal. They could have had a deal. They could have had a deal where they would have been much better off. Look at what we've done. I mean, their place is blown up. Forget about the nuclear. The nuclear is gone, but they're look at the damage they've suffered, the death that they've suffered. They could have had a deal with nobody would have died, no buildings would have been down, nothing would have happened. We would have blown up their nuclear, and that would have been it. They could have had a great deal, but they missed that opportunity. But they would like to make a deal right now. Iran would like to make a deal with me. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Do you think the Senate should confirm your nominee for Religious Freedom Ambassador, Mark Walker, in time for Christmas, as you know, a Christmas gift to Christians around the world?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've heard good things about Mark. Why is something come up that I don't know about?
Well, he was nominated in April, and he still hasn't received even a...
Well, I'd like to see him. I mean, I'm hearing very good things about him, so I thought by asking that question, you know, something new came up. You know, there's breaking news about Mark Walker. You know, yeah, I'd like to see him. I've always found him to be a high-quality person, frankly. Yeah, I'd like to see that happen. I will say John Thune, though, has done a good job. He's approved. He's gotten hundreds of people approved. You know, we have a roadblock with the Democrats. They're just obstructionists, that's all. That's all they're good at is obstructing. They're not good at creating. They're only good at obstructing and wanting open borders and men and women's sports and transgender, for all things that transgender for everybody, all things that people don't want. And they're obstructionists, you know. They're doing that with healthcare. We have a great healthcare proposal where we pay all of the hundreds of billions of dollars that the insurance companies have been making. You know, their stock is up 1,700%. And by the way, the stock market today hit another high. 52 times we hit a high in a 10-month period. That's during my second presidency. And It's been amazing. Nobody's seen anything like it. We had the greatest economy in history in my first term. I think we're blowing it away right now. I think we're blowing it away. And again, prices were the highest they ever were. Inflation was the highest in 48 years, or I think ever. They say 48 years. The press says 48 years. I'll accept that, but I think it was the highest inflation we've ever had under the past administration. We had the highest prices. We have high inflation, you have high prices. Prices are coming way down. Energy is coming way down. Gasoline is hitting now $1.99 in a couple of states, and it's way down. Gasoline is way down. And when gasoline and energy comes down, everything follows. But prices are coming down, and we have an unbelievable economy. 401ks are setting a record. 401ks that's owned by a lot of people because they're based on the stock market. And the stock market for 52nd time has just hit a brand new high. So it's amazing what's happening. And I will say this, our country is respected again. I think we're respected like never before. The United States is respected again. We have a country that was a dead country 1 year ago, dead. And now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Press. Let's go. Let's go.
Let me know.
President Trump saying you could call me. Somebody noticed one of the guys scratching their balls in the background. I missed it. I figured I didn't need to do the replay on that. You guys figured it out. I was interested in Lurch, though. They had Middle Eastern Frankenstein in the room. I don't know who that guy was. Let me see if I can find it really quick, just in case you didn't see it, because he was gigantic. I don't know why he was there, but he was. Hold on, let me find it really quick. He didn't say anything. He didn't look like he could say words. Like he just didn't have the ability. He just moans and groans. Just like she likes. Let me get this figured out. Do. Bang. This guy, second on the left there. He looks like he was having a hard time keeping his forehead up. He looks like he's got a prosthetic forehead. I don't know. It's not good. It's a whole football helmet of a noggin there. Poor guy. He had to tilt his head just to take the pressure off his neck. It's rough stuff. Is he a Make-A-Wish kit? Anyways, let me see. What's coming up next? Let me see here. I can't remember where we were before we were interrupted by the Orange Eagle himself. Let me see. Deadline for Epstein files release approaches after Trump signs bill. Let's just go ahead and pull this up. Signs bill. That's how they wrote it too. He didn't sign a bill. He signed bill. He said, "Bill, come here. Hand me your forehead." Lots of forehead talk. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Jeffrey Epstein survivors and a group of Senate Democrats are asking for an independent review of the Epstein case files. That's because they want to know if any of the records have been tampered with ahead of their release next week. CBS News Justice reporter Jake Rosen is live in Washington, D.C. for us today. Jake, what more can you tell us about this?
Well, December 19th, Mugo, is the day, a week from tomorrow, when the Justice Department, according to this bill that President Trump signed before the Thanksgiving break, to force the Justice Department to take...
Hold on a second. We just got raided by the Nunn Report. Let me see. Where's the button? Thank you so much for the raid. You are awesome. Let me put your link in the chat so everybody can go follow you. Welcome, raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. We are just getting into a new video. Let me post a link here. Go and follow Nunn Report because they're awesome. Get this pinned real quick. Like I said, we're hopping into this video right here. Deadline for Epstein files release approaches after Trump signs bill. They don't actually tell you the date, but they do tell you that they're concerned that these Epstein documents have been altered in one way or another, and they want to validate that hasn't happened. And that's funny coming from Democrats, but we might as well just let them go ahead and validate things, right? Either way, hit that like button. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Let's get into this.
Survivors and a group of Senate Democrats are asking for an independent review of the Epstein case files. That's because they want to know if any of the records have been tampered with ahead of their release next week. CBS News Justice reporter Jake Rosen is live in Washington, D.C. for us today. Jake, what more can you tell us about this?
Well, December 19th, Mugo, is the day, a week from tomorrow, when the Justice Department, according to this bill that President Trump signed before the Thanksgiving break, to force the Justice Department to take any additional steps it need to take to bring out and to light new documents pertaining to the multiple investigations into Jeffrey Epstein and also his co-conspirator and friend Ghislaine Maxwell. At the same time, these groups of survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell's crimes, and as well as Senate Democrats, are asking the Justice Department Inspector General, an independent body that oversees the Justice Department, issues independent reports, to review whatever is going to be published, and it has to be in some kind of searchable form so our viewers at home and reporters and anybody else who wants to take a look at it can look through these tens, if not hundreds of thousands of pages of court documents, evidence, filings, in addition to potentially witness interviews. All, victims' names will obviously be redacted, but at the same time, they want to make sure that there aren't additional steps that potentially the Justice Department has not already taken to either conceal information or potentially just leave things out, potentially find a missing page number or something along those lines. As we know, there's been so much pressure on this space in the Justice Department. The Justice Department has successfully moved to have 3 federal judges just in the last week to release a lot of information from these criminal trials, things that would not usually become public, like grand jury evidence, grand jury witness interviews, in addition to thousands of pages of, quote, voluminous reports, as one judge put it. We'll see how this unfolds, but it does cast doubt on what we're going to see because we just don't quite know yet. Some information, judges who have reviewed this information said, is not going to bring anything to light that we don't already know. However, there are a lot of potential witness interviews or unindicted co-conspirator interviews that we just don't know if they exist, and what they would say about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's actions. That is what they want to make sure is not tampered with so that the public can get a full view of what is in the Justice Department's hands relating to these investigations.
Okay there. Like I said, it's kind of funny to have Democrats say that they want to validate that there isn't any edits on this these Epstein documents and all that stuff. Is funny. That's just funny in itself. They're asking for an independent third party to review to see if the Epstein records that are going to be released have been tampered with in any way. I assume there's going to be heavy redaction because that's how the government does things. But we'll see. If the Democrats are going to pay for it, which means that we're going to pay for it, then I guess just go ahead and do it. But if it's anything like when they audited Michigan about the 2020 election and we had the people who were corrupt go validate whether or not there was corruption, they didn't find any corruption. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Either way, next up, Kristi Noem discusses Trump administration's seizure of Venezuelan oil tanker during hearing. We covered the press briefing earlier with Caroline Leavitt. We heard a little bit about this, but this will give us some more details, a little bit of insight, because everybody's wondering, because it didn't seem like they broke that news right away. They were like, oh, by the way, we seized an oil tanker. And then during the press briefing, they were like, yeah, we're going to take the oil from the oil tanker. And they just talk about it like it's not a big deal. So we'll see how it goes. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Epstein files. Hair juice, your watermelon colors. I cannot wait for the response for that. Let me see. Hair juicer, hold up. Let me make sure this is all up to snuff. Yeah, exactly. Hair juicer. Let me flip through these documents really quick. Make sure it's good enough for the public. Snooks, hell, I'll raid you if you dance for me. I really worry Fed boys are gonna like try and show up and then be like, what? No dancing? No, where's my raid dance? But like, come on, man. It's not even funny. They stick a gun in my face. They're like, dance, boy. It's not good. It's not good. Nah, they'd just have to shoot me. Let me see. So Boston, happy freedom to you. I love that we took the oil tanker. That's exactly what I voted for. I'm interested to see what the outcome is because we just took it and we're like, yeah, we're going to take the oil. What you could do about it? He sent a message to Maduro. He was like, leave the country immediately. I don't know. Things are ramping up. We'll see how it turns out. What's up, Wendy Wild? Happy freedom to you. What's up, God Sign? Happy freedom. What's up, Sneakin'? Happy freedom to you. Oh, look at those Christmas emojis. Are those the stock ones for Rumble? Oh, they do have brand new ones for Rumble. Weird. They took... Did they got the one that I posted? Oh, I actually didn't even post it on here. Weird. They have that snowman one that's stock on Rumble. I actually have that one. I have it on the website. It's interesting that Rumble has the same exact emoji. We must be shopping in the same spot. I thought they jacked it from me, but I didn't even post it. What's up, Snarl? Happy freedom. DOS. Tampering. Sigh. Yeah, exactly. I wonder who told them to go do that. What's up, Pickles? Happy freedom. It's interesting to have the chat on the screen while covering President Trump. It didn't seem to bother anybody, though. I didn't see not one person bitch about it. What's up, Sedan? Happy freedom to you. Now bring the tanker back and tell them they got to fill it up again. Yeah, that's pretty much the next step. That's where we are. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. Why can't you use Rumble? I feel like you're the only one over here on Kick. It says there's 6 people watching, but you're the only one that's ever in the chat. What's up, Starn? Happy freedom. Tar Kitty, thank God the beloved St. Fauci and wife are not talked about. Didn't 1 million pass away by 4 governors? I don't know about the governor's thing, but yeah, they don't talk about Fauci at all. There's not going to be any justice about that. Cheeky chops with the Asian anal dust. Are they not letting you say it? You got to speak in code now? Fucking YouTube. Derek Naga, the song stuck in my head. I know, it's stuck in my head too. It could be worse though. Could be Baby Shark or something. Efo's Andre the Giant. It could be. Is Andre a Middle Eastern name though? Sometimes I just set you guys up, you know? Turbo, are you asking me or are you asking Alistair? I think next week we're going to have to do the premium live. Well, technically we got 2 weeks to worry about it. I've been thinking about it too. I know you guys don't want to watch me play Resident Evil again though. It breaks my heart. I was having so much fun, but I guess it's boring to watch. But Turbo, I think it was, got us Harry Potter. So the next time, it's Hogwarts Legacy. So the next time we play the game for the premium live, we're going to be wizards. You guys, I'm just handing these to you. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom to you. Let's move forward here. Like I said, Kristi Noem discusses Trump administration seizure of Venezuelan oil tanker during hearing. I like the thought of sending it back for a refill. The refills are right, or they're free, right? That's what we should... President Trump should post that on Truth. The refills are, they're free, right? Yes. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's get into this.
I recognize gentleman from Texas, Mr. Gonzalez.
I forgot. We got to start ahead here because they do a lot of ass kissing. And I don't know if you guys brought your chapstick, so I just figured we'll skip a little bit of that. Here we go.
Talk about the Venezuelan situation and what the Coast Guard is doing.
The operation that was conducted yesterday morning was a Coast Guard-led operation. It was in partnership with the Department of War and the Department of Justice, the FBI as well, and it was a successful operation directed by the president to ensure that we're pushing back on a regime that is systematically covering and flooding our country with deadly drugs and killing our next generation of Americans. Just the drugs that the Coast Guard has been able to interdict on the waters since that President Trump has been in office has been enough lethal doses of cocaine to kill 177 million Americans. That's 2/3 of our country that has been saved by blowing up, by going after and bringing to justice these individuals that are out at sea and those individuals that are funding it with a shadow fleet of sanctioned oil that should never be sold to benefit their profits and their pockets to kill Americans.
Thank you for that update. For many of us, it served in uniform. Oftentimes, it was overseas. It was in the Middle East, or it was in Asia, or it was in Europe. And I think those AORs are very important. But for too long, president after president after president, our backyard has been left wide open, and we are completely shocked why all these terrorists are in our country and all these people are unvetted. All this chaos is happening when in our own backyard was unsafe. So thank you again for one. I know you traveled, you met with heads of state, El Salvador, Mexico, a couple that come to mind. But I just want to thank you and for making our backyard a priority and ultimately to keep Americans safe. Texans are more safe today than we were a year ago. And a lot of that is due to President Trump and due to the leadership that I'm seeing right here of executing those policies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that, Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.
Okay. So only a little bit of ass kissing there, but the beginning was a lot. It was a couple minutes of it, just, oh, you're so great, and everyone's so great. No one ever gets so much credit for being so great, and yeah, things are really great. And it's like, okay, but what are you guys talking about? Well, we took their oil tanker. It belongs to us now. We're the captain. Next up, midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Guest Summons, titled Not Another One. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Kristi Noem talking about the seizure of the Venezuelan oil tanker there. And then the one guy was talking about our back door being left wide open. Phrasing. Anyways, reading through the chat. What's up, 10 man? Happy freedom. Russell, take those druggies out. That's right. Salty Ragu, someone tell my back it's only 27. Needs to chill out. Just a little bit. So Ramsey, happy freedom to you. DCAT, no matter what they say, it's called the Monroe Doctrine. Look it up. And then Teddy Roosevelt put it in a different clause that reinforced it. It is not letters of marque. I'm just saying. Interesting. I've never heard of any of that. I will have to look it up. I'll pull up a tab here. I'll check it out after the live. Thank you for letting me know, DCAT. Told the care, cover the rear. Yeah, we got to. I didn't realize they left it wide open. It's a Polish. Happy freedom to you. If I can get you already. Metamouth Klaus will be coming up soon, howling loudly for his fancy feast. Oh, yeah. We got about 40 minutes, and he's going to be just showing up out of nowhere. He just appears from the shadows of the room like Batman. Sedan. But we're supposed to have sympathy for the two that got killed bringing poison into our country. That's what the Dems want. They want us to feel real bad for those drug dealers. Human traffickers, terrorists, pieces of shit, pedophiles. I mean, the list goes on and on. They want us feeling bad for all those people. Dutton Klaus might just be Batman. Never seen two of them in the same room. That's true, Dutton. We're going to blow his cover. Salty Ragu, when the cocaine blows up, it becomes crack. I always wondered how they made crack. I didn't realize the government. I knew the government was involved, but I didn't know they were that involved. I can't read that out loud, but that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Stern, my son was just singing the accolades of Teddy. I'm so proud. What is that? I've never heard of the accolades of Teddy. Christine, Dems are for criminals. Yep, because Dems are criminals. They don't have to be, but they choose to be. Christine, about time they took action against drug dealers on our shores. I agree. What's up, A-Quest? Happy freedom to you. Sneaking Democrats want us and our kids dead. Yeah, they're hateful, very hateful. Metamouth Klaus is a feline ninja. He is high ranking. Oh, I appreciate you, Cass. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. Blow up boats for high and happy sharks. Yes. The sharks are like, wow, they really are making America great again. Moving forward here, let's get into our midlife break. Let me get this pulled up. Like I said, this one was provided by Guessam. Come on, do the thing right here. You gonna fight me, aren't you? You is. There we go. Like I said, this was provided by Guessam and it's titled "Not Another One."
What's your problem?
I don't have a brain.
Great, another fucking Democrat.
Oh no. Getting back to the news here. Next up we have MyPillow founder is running for Minnesota governor. This is a doubly. The first one is talking about Mike Lindell, and they don't talk very nice about him. And then the second video is Mike Lindell talking about it. It's titled MyPillow founder Mike Lindell says he's running for Minnesota governor. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in the Christmas unboxing, you're welcome to send me and Klaus something for Christmas. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can send something using the wish list. If you do send something to the P.O. Box, please let me know by messaging me or sending me an email. If you send something using the wish list, it'll come to me automatically and you don't have to worry about it. The Christmas unboxing will take place on Christmas Day. Gives us something fun to do for Christmas. Plus, I got some extra ideas just to make it that much more fun. And it's coming up. Christmas is flying towards us right now. Dropping these links really quick in the chat. One is for the P.O. Box if you'd like to send a surprise to the P.O. Box. And the other one is for the wish list. And like I said, everything on the wish list just happens automatically. Next up, we got this doubly with Mike Lindell. Let's get this first one pulled up real quick. Like I said, the first video, they're describing his intentions, but then they're being pretty mean about Mike Lindell. And then the second video, we're going to hear his thoughts and all of that in his own words. Load, GoofTube. Jesus loves us all. Okay, here we go. Now you can tell by this woman's face, she's real excited to vote for Governor Lindell. I might. I mean, it's Minnesota. They're not going to care. A voter ID is racist. You know, you want him to win or not. Anyways, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Field for Minnesota governor just added another candidate. MyPillow founder Mike Lindell announced his campaign today. Our Caroline Cummings has been tracking the announcement and brings us the very latest. Caroline.
Well, hi there, Shayla. So Lindell is a longtime loyalist of President Donald Trump and joins about a dozen other candidates vying to be the Republican nominee to take on DFL incumbent Governor Tim Walz for the state's top job next year. The CEO of MyPillow made the announcement on social media that he was jumping into the race after, quote, prayerful consideration. Lindell got national attention, boosting debunked claims that the 2020 election that President Trump lost was fraudulent. Some of those falsehoods landed him in court. A jury in June found that he defamed a former employee of Dominion voting systems. And in another case, a judge found he defamed another election equipment company when he claimed those machines were rigged to switch votes from President Trump to President Biden. Meanwhile, on a new website dedicated to his governor campaign, he cited this as his platform, quote, Minnesota deserves a governor who will stand against all fraud and will go after anyone who steals our tax dollars. No one is above the law. Among the other candidates in the race to be the GOP nominee are House Speaker Lisa Demuth and 2022 GOP nominee Dr. Scott Jensen. In a statement online, Governor Walz said, quote, we've seen what happens when we elect a con man to the highest office in America. We can't let that happen here in Minnesota. And coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, Shayla, we'll have reaction to Lindell's candidacy and what this means for the state of the race.
Okay, so there is that. I thought for a second there, I was thinking something weird. I was like, wait a minute, when I made fun of her, she wasn't that color. And she looks a little toasty right there. But no, she tricked me. It was somebody else of the same fatness. Anyways, moving forward to the second video here, like I said, this next one is Mike Lindell himself. He's fired up and he's ready to become governor. Let's go ahead and cover this and we'll hop in the chat.
Tried to take away my voice. They targeted my banks, they targeted my suppliers, they even took my phone, and I run my entire business enterprise off my phone. They didn't just attack me, they also went after my employee-owned company, MyPillow. Well, it didn't work. I'm still standing, MyPillow is still standing, and now I want you to know that I will stand for you as the next governor of the state of Minnesota. As the next governor of Minnesota, I will stand for your rights. Together we will restore respect for law and order. If you are here illegally, now's the time to leave or you're going to be sent back where you came from.
Have you spoken to President Trump about your run this year or next year? And
all I did was talk to him in August. I said I'm thinking of running for governor of Minnesota. It was a very quick thing, and he didn't react either way, one way or another. But I was there for a lot more important things like the employee retention credits and stuff for our country. That he did change that too. It was a very good thing for all businesses.
Okay, now I'm not sure why Mike Lindell is sounding like RFK Jr. right now. Hopefully he's just got a cold, because I mean he's always had kind of a raspy, sort of nasally, I don't know, maybe not nasally, like a throaty voice, but he's sounding a little bit like Bobby Jr. right now. Hopefully it's just a cold and it'll pass, because I know people don't want to listen to two Bobby Jr.'s speaking politically, so we'll see how it goes. But either way, in the first video, Mike Lindell obviously is running for governor in Minnesota. They talk about the 2020 election being stolen. That's not how they phrased it, but that's okay. I have my creative liberty too. Basically describe Mike Lindell as a liar and a conspiracy theorist in that first video. They spent the entire video talking about it. By the time they got done talking shit, you forgot that he was running for governor. And then the second video there, of course, him just expressing his feelings about being targeted pretty much from every direction and being canceled and this, that, and the other. We covered so much of that stuff over the last almost 6 years. And now he's running for governor. And like I said, you know, we'll just have to carpool over there and go vote for Mike Lindell, because Minnesota needs a better governor. Next up, judge orders immediate release of Kilmar Garcia from immigration detention. I guess he really is just a poor father from Maryland, because if they were going to do something to this guy, they had all the time in the world to do it, and now he's walking free amongst us. When they told us from the Oval Office that he would never step foot on U.S. soil ever again, and even Boo Boo Kelly, the president of El Salvador, was here saying that shit, and here's Kilmar Garcia going back to the same old Home Depot. It's no good. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Mike Lindell. Everybody's talking about different pillows over here on the website. You guys and all your pillows. Russell, motorboat. No, I wouldn't do that right now. You see what they're doing to the supposed fishing boats, you know. Shroomish, I really like Mike Lindell, but he isn't going to win. He's a good dude and fought off a crack addiction, so he understands a lot of that aspect. I hope he wins, but yeah, I feel like Minnesota wouldn't be the way it is if other people really had a shot at winning over there. It's blue, and it's probably going to stay blue. What have they done to change it, you know? They got all the Somalians. They just had billions of dollars in fraud happen there. I don't know. Someone blue is probably going to win, unfortunately. Polish, get Mike in there. I think it would be good. It'd at least be entertaining. I know that. Kevin, never a dull moment. Well, yeah, you just got a baby kitty. You pretty much adopted a tornado. Sneak in, hope he wins. I hope he does too. Cass, I hope Lindell gets in. Yeah. Bright Gaming, conspiracy, drink. That's right, that's the key word. Metamouth, he had to raise his voice because he was inside of a factory. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't really take that into consideration. Ramsey, Mike is pretty good. I'd vote for him over Abbott if he was in Texas. Really, you'd vote for Mike Lindell over Greg Abbott? I know that Greg Abbott, when he was shipping illegals to like Chicago and stuff like that, instead of sending them back across the border, that really lost him some brownie points. Toilet care, Mike needs a Ricola. Just a little cough drop. He'd be okay. Pickles, Mike seems like a good guy. I think so. I like that he's somewhat genuine. I mean, he's always, you know, being a salesman, but man, he sure loves talking about his old crack addiction though. And that makes me trust him a little bit. I don't know why. He's like, I used to love smoking crack. I'm like, really, bud? Like, this is like the kind of guy you want to go get a beer with. You know, you're like, what else you like to do? You know, tell me about it. I don't know. What's up, Sedan? I'd vote for him. The man is a machine and he gets stuff done. He does. He'd definitely be a positive spin for Minnesota. I know that. What's up, Male Gator? Happy freedom to you. what is it, Thormac? That's some serious unbiased reporting there. Yeah, that's why I write the notes the way I do, because some of the stuff is just straight up propaganda. It's a boom. Happy freedom to you. It's reindeer sweater season. I know I'm trying to save my pennies so I can buy an ugly sweater so I can be pretty like the rest of you guys on Christmas. I'm saving up. I actually just bought a Santa hat. You guys are going to love it. I was so excited I wanted to show you guys, but I don't want to ruin it for Christmas. I'm trying to get a whole outfit together. I'm working on it. Oh, I guess you guys got pillows. What is it? Matching his and his pillows. That's nice. Just in time for Christmas. Everybody's just posting boobies over on the website. I'm telling you, the website's the place to be. Pumpkin, Merry Christmas, Bobby, wherever you are. I know, hopefully Bobby comes back for Christmas. What's up, Conspiracy Queen? Happy freedom to you. DCAT's 25 outside right now, and I love it, but I'm from Michigan, so I'm used to it. Yeah. I was out there scraping the windows earlier. I was on the phone. It's like, it sounds awful. Yeah, but it's deaf on my ears. Thormac, yeah, over on the website. Everybody, we got GIFs. We can post GIFs in the chat, memes. We can post all kinds of stuff in the chat over on the website. And hooligans prefer boobies. That's just the way it is. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. I was talking about boobies. Glamour just shows up. She's a big fan. Happy freedom to you, Glamour. Kevin got to get a hat for Klaus. I think we might actually have a Christmas hat for Klaus. I'm trying to remember. I got boxes and stuff I got to go through, but yeah, I'll try and get him like a little Christmas sweater or something. We'll see what we can do. I got Klaus stuff over on the wish list. You guys want to send something to Klaus? We still got time. I'll add some Christmas outfits for Klaus. Sneaking, hopefully not from Dearborn. No. We don't hang out on that side of Michigan. Here, she's a girl. That's a booty hole. Oh no. We got the good stuff on the website. Oh, I appreciate you, Meta. Yeah, I'm gonna stop at the post office tomorrow. I was gonna go today, but I will be there tomorrow. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom. Let's see. Jeff gets a cold. Spiders are on WebMD looking to take over his place. Yeah, they're always watching me. We want Rita's pillows with the shoulder pads. That's exactly what we want. What's up, Nachos? Happy freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ron? Happy freedom. Pillow style hams. Yes, that's what we like. Ron, 2 U.S. hams, please. What's up, Daniel? Happy freedom to you. Kristi, I need 2 new pillows. Have you tried the My Pillows? I think I got 3 of them. I haven't tried them yet. I got them brand new, but I'm waiting to get through the pillows I got so I can use the My Pillows. Zero got them for me, I think, last year on my birthday. It was either my birthday or Christmas. And I've been just hanging on to them. What's up, MW? Happy freedom. It's hard to change it when too many people love free stuff. Let me see. Free stuff governors, I assume is what that is. Gives them a bunch of dumb people in my state, sadly. Yeah, MW. That's what I was saying, is there's a reason these kind of people keep getting elected. Christine, you did, but your daughter took your My Pillows. Yeah, that's how it goes. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. I can't even show these gifts, you guys. I want to show the rest of the class, but I can't. Butterfly, break out the pillows. I'm gonna have to. Colty, that's rude. Somebody got them for you and you still haven't used them. That's not rude. What am I supposed to do? Throw my shit out because somebody else bought me stuff? I like to use everything that I pay for because my grandparents were really hard on me about wasting stuff and being wasteful. Even food. If I buy food and I hate it, it's a really hard time to get to the end of it. I just have to do it, gagging and all. It's the way I am. I'll get through My Pillows eventually, and then I will use the new My Pillows, and I'll be excited and happy to do it because I take care of my stuff. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, judge orders immediate release of Kilmar Garcia from immigration detention. I really can't believe how this has all gone full circle here. The poor father from Maryland who was deported to Sea Kai out in El Salvador. He was never coming back, ever. Then he came back because they wanted to take him to court. And then they've been screwing around, passing him from facility to facility while they try and figure out court. And now a judge has said he's going to be released. So now he's just free to walk amongst us. And now the Democrats get to pretend that they were right the whole time. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
And a judge has ordered Kilmar Garcia be immediately released from immigration detention. The administration is trying to send him to Liberia after first deporting him to El Salvador against the judge's order. Now a federal judge says the absence of a removal order prevents the government from deporting him at all. ABC's Kristi Cordero is here with more on that. Hi, Kristi, what's the latest?
Hey there, Diane. So the absence of the removal order is really key here. U.S. District Judge Paula Shinnis, who's here in Maryland, based here in Maryland, she said in her order today that Abrego Garcia essentially was wrongfully detained and then re-detained again without lawful authority. The administration previously argued that an immigration judge who had worked on Abrego Garcia's case implied a final order of removal, which was necessary. But that's an argument the judge in this case didn't buy. So the government essentially ran out of time to meet her deadline, hence her ruling for his immediate release today from the Pennsylvania Detention Center. But even though this may seem like an exclamation point, this legal battle is far from over, and it has already been spanning close to 10 months now. A DHS spokesperson called the ruling today activism by an Obama-appointed judge and said that this order lacks any legal basis, vowing to fight it tooth and nail in the court. So we can bet that there will be an appeal filed if it hasn't been filed already, Diane.
Kristi Cordero, thank you.
Okay. Like I said before, this is like a huge disappointment. This is one of the first things that Trump was dealing with as far as kicking illegals out of the country. He was like the poster child for kicking illegals out, and the Democrats got all mad, and they were saying he's a poor father from Maryland, and President Trump's just a racist and all this stuff. And they swore up and down he would never come back. And then they changed their mind and they wanted to bring him back just so they could prosecute him. And we didn't even want that. I mean, he was already gone. He was at Supermax in El Salvador. How much more trouble can you give him? So they bring him all the way back on our dime, and now they're letting him loose. He has no legal status here. And they're just, you be all right, man. Just have a good day. Like, what? He's been detained for like a year. Just being passed from facility to facility. Now he gets to just go home. Democrats get to be right. They'll catch him again in a couple weeks. This will be back in the news. It's like never ending. I don't know. This is a huge disappointment to me. But either way, they're saying that the poor father from Maryland has been released from federal detention center. They say that there's no order for removal, suggesting that there was no due process done for him. So they're claiming that it's all been wrongful detainment. Now, they said at the end of the video they're going to try and do appeal to basically get him put back in a detention center. But if that appeal fails, there's a chance he could sue the federal government for wrongful detainment and potentially win and become like a multimillionaire illegal inside the country who was released by a judge inside of our country. Like, that shit doesn't make sense. I'm super jealous. I'm super jealous. I got terrible luck. This guy's got the best luck ever. Anyways, next up, willful blindness is fueling these attacks. These twin idiots were on social media making threats against DHS agents and then said some pretty hateful and violent stuff about DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin. These guys are idiots, and they pretty much are going to serve the rest of their life in prison because of this idiocracy that they decided to do. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about the poor father from Maryland who just got set free. Guess sleeps on many pillows. That's what I heard. Snucks another pat on the back for the effing illegal. Yep, exactly. Salty Ragu will get you a 10 at the campground. We got you, brother. Appreciate you, Salty Ragu. Yeah, Russell said donate my pillows to homeless people, but there is no homeless people in Michigan. If there was, they'd die. There's like 6 feet of snow outside, and there's no homeless shelters for men. The homeless shelter for men is the local county jail. That's how it goes. If they find out you're homeless, they'll put you in jail, and then you can't get released. You got to have a family member, and if you don't have family, enjoy jail. That's the way it is. I don't know. It's scary here in uncivilized Michigan in the winter wasteland. D-Cat's a panty raid. Whoa, we got raided again? Jesus loves us. Thank you, Glamour. Really appreciate the raid. Holy. Thank you for the raid. Holy, I'm getting a full workout today. Welcome, Raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. Yes, Klaus Daniel, you did fantastic. Did fantastic. Brand new moves by Klaus Daniels, just as we choreographed. Good stuff. Really appreciate you, Glamour. Thank you. Well, hooligans, we're in between videos right now. Like I was saying, next up, we got twin idiots who are being charged with making terroristic threats because they were making threats on social media against DHS and Tricia McLaughlin, who's the spokesperson for DHS. It's coming up next, but right now we're hopping in the chat, reading through. What are you doing? Big kitty booty. Yes. The father of a dragon. I just watched the last episode of Game of Thrones yesterday. The ending of that show sucks, in my opinion, but anyways. Polish, Klaus making some bread. Yes. He's a baker. Pumpkin, Klaus doesn't wear panties. He does not. He does not. Pantsless is the way to go. It's house rules here. What's up, Meg B? Happy freedom to you. Hearing stuff in the hallway. Ramsey, Klaus was not amused. He doesn't have a choice. It's not up to him. He could use the exercise, you know? Look at him filling up the bowl here. That's a whole bowl of Klaus. It's good stuff. Colty, I really hate when that happens. I ain't stepping in shit. What are you talking about, Colty? Conspiracy Queen, Comfy Kitty gets lots of treats. He does. What's up, Uncle Cracker? Happy freedom? Poop on my boots? That's the worst. That's why I own a dog. Because I can't stand stepping in dog shit. Colty, I'm telling you that's not a cat. That's a mountain lion. Yeah, his dad's name was Bob, I'm pretty sure. He's a big cat. What's up, Murdercom? Happy freedom? Dancing kitty is the best kitty. I think so. Meta speechless about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I know, I can't believe that they're letting him free. I'm going to be even more speechless when he sues the federal government and wins for wrongful detainment. That's going to be the cherry on top. Oh, Meta. Yeah, wait till you see the Santa hat I got. I love it. I got it yesterday. My chat's frozen over on the goof tube. Would they censor the rest of my chat? There we go. Ryan, don't call me an Got it. God bless Got it. Guess I'm Bob. He couldn't swim? No, he couldn't. Bob Cat. Alistair, the series ends for me after the last fight at Winterfell. Fuck the end of that show. Yeah, I hate the way I felt, but when I got to the end of the Game of Thrones, I was like pretty into it, and then she went rogue and just destroyed the whole city, and I was like, well, guess it's time to go home, and then everything is just shit after that. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? What's up, Sergeant Tripod? Happy freedom. Kevin, no, I haven't watched it yet, but I did see you post it. I'll check it out later on today. Metalmouth, I have to wear pants when I go outside to smoke, otherwise I wouldn't wear any. Yeah. Oh, you got to get a robe. That's what you got to get, is a robe. It saves you from pants situations. I had to go flip the laundry earlier, and I was like, I'm not putting pants on. No, thank you. I got a live coming up. Anyways, moving forward. Like I said, these two idiots are being charged with making terroristic threats against DHS because they thought they were going to be cool like the rest of the Democrats and just post hateful threats on social media about federal agencies and all of that. And then they name Tricia McLaughlin specifically, say they want to hang her and kill her. What a bunch of idiots. And now their life is basically over. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommentTube. And let's get into this.
So now welcome back from New Jersey. We have twin brothers arrested yesterday on charges of terrorist threats against DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. You may recognize her from many appearances that we've talked about here on our program. This says the department reports a surge in death threats and violent attacks against ICE personnel. Nate Foy's tracking that story. Nate, what do we know right now? Good morning.
Hey, Bill, good morning. So the twins that you just saw are in jail this morning after threatening to shoot ICE agents on site and posting on social media that they wanted to hang and kill DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. One of the twins, Emilio Roman Flores, faces charges including conspiracy, terroristic threats, criminal coercion, and unlawful possession of an assault weapon. The other twin, Ricardo Antonio Roman Flores, is also charged with conspiracy, terroristic threats. DHS and a local SWAT team found these guns while executing an arrest and search warrant in Absecon, New Jersey, just west of Atlantic City. Assistant Secretary McLaughlin commented on the threats against her life, telling Fox News, quote, "Cowards like these guys won't stop us or slow us down." According to Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons, ICE officers are facing an 8,000% increase.
Okay, they just go on to tell stuff we already know at this point. Either way, these guys are a bunch of idiots. I think the Democrats should be held liable for this stuff because they go out there and say this stuff. The governors do. They all do. They go out there and they demonize ICE and they demonize these federal agencies and tell people that what they're doing is illegal and they should fight against it and hide from them. And who was it? Ma'am Donnie just created a tutorial on how to evade ICE because they're stepping on your rights. And that causes this kind of stuff. So these two idiots here making terroristic threats against DHS that said that they were going to shoot agents on site. They thought that was just okay to post on the internet. Then they said they wanted to hang and kill Tricia McLaughlin, who's the DHS spokesperson. They posted that on the internet thinking that was a cool idea. One of the twins is facing conspiracy, terroristic threats, criminal coercion, and unlawful possession of an assault weapon, which assault weapon is redundant, but, you know, blue news. And then the brothers only being charged with making terroristic threats, but both of them are up Schitt's Creek right now like a bunch of idiots. Bunch of idiots. Either way, next up, we got the last little bit of the news. It is lefties losing it. Today it's titled Amy Horowitz, or whatever you say her name, Auschwitz, targets Candace Owens. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these twin idiots posting dumb shit on the internet. Alistair, if the roles were reversed, Dems would be throwing people in jail left and right. Oh, yeah. They'd be doing re-education camps like they did to the J6ers in D.C. Dems are awful. Russell, you got that new watch? That's awesome. I hope you'll love it. It looks fantastic. What is all of this? Just, I don't even know if I can show this. I might be able to show it. Just really quick, I might be able to show it. Just everybody posting stuff like this and in the chat. Our chat on the website is something else. Certain Tripod, show the bobs. They're all over in the website chat. I can't do it anywhere else. Conspiracy. None will face time. They're ops. Yeah. Nope. Those guys, well, those guys might, but Dems won't. Dems will never... They'll never face time. I don't think anybody on Capitol Hill actually goes to jail. They talk about it a lot, but I've never seen any of those people go to jail. Uncle Cracker, she's getting plenty of potassium. Yes, she was. She's practicing. She's practicing a lot. Practicing being healthy. Colty, thank you so much for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Colty. Thank you so much for the support. It says 106 people watching. Way to go, everybody. Please hit that like button. And great show, Jeff. Thank you, Colty. I really appreciate it. Paula, she's just eating a banana. Mm-hmm. When you realize you like watching women eat bananas. Conspiracy Queen, it's to remove freedom of speech just like the UK. No, there's no freedom of speech on the internet. It's already been removed. When they made Section 230, that removed free speech from the internet. Nobody has free speech. That's why if you post something that somebody else don't like on social media, they can just take it down. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to. So there is no free speech on the internet. I always try to put things into perspective as like you're at work. Like if you work at a restaurant and you're like, man, it smells like shit in here. You can be fired for that. Why? Because you don't have freedom of speech at work. Your job can fire you for talking a way that they don't want you to talk. Even nowadays, you post something on the internet, your job will fire you because they see you as an extension of their company. You're representing their brand somehow, even while you're doing your personal shit. And that's how you know there's no freedom of speech on the internet. There just isn't. There should be, but there isn't. And then when you think about things in that perspective, then you think about how they want you to renew your driver's license and your license plate and all this shit, do your taxes on the internet, do all that stuff on the internet where you do not have rights. It's not good. There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. Uncle Cracker, I'm hungry for banana pancakes and s'mores. I'm hungry for anything she's making, you know? Meta Blue, you're already guessing Rita's colors? I don't know what she's got on yet today. We'll get there. Meta, I'm not going to read that out loud. I don't know what that says. That sounds explicit. Get some. Thank you so much for that $10 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Get some. Thank you so much for the support. It says, in appreciation for the roses Russell sent me. That's really nice, Get some. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Ramsey, proof of what? What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy Freedom. That's why I stay anonymous on the internet, because if only my company knew. Yeah, I wish it wasn't that way. I don't think it's right for employers to judge their employees based on what they post on the internet in their own personal time. I mean, of course, you don't want a terrorist working for you or a drug dealer. You know, of course, people don't want that. But at the same time, like, that opens the doorway. If they don't like your memes, like, you're getting fired now. That's dumb. Like, you know what I mean? That's dumb. What's up, Gary? Happy Freedom. Thank you so much, Alistair, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're fantastic, Alistair. Thank you so much. Holy. Where are we at here? 66? If we hit 100 hooligans over on Rumble, we're going to be eating this hot jerky that I got over here. Beck Frank sent. This is the hottest that Australia has to offer from the chili factory. This is Scorpion Strike Jerky. And I want to try it, but we got to hit 100 hooligans over on Rumble. Appreciate you, Alistair. Thank you so much for getting us heading in that direction. Shroomish, free speech only applies to the government. Yeah. Yes, the government's not supposed to crack down on your free speech. They will, though. They will if you let them. Meta, you're going to have to explain the banana thing to me. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy Freedom. Mike Ingalls guessing white. Well, we better just hurry up, because everybody's already guessing what color Rita's going to be wearing and all of that. Guess I'm don't eat it. She ate one and she's no longer here. What is it? Oh yeah. No, she didn't eat it. She was talking about trying the scorpion jerky. I don't think she ate it, but yeah, she's not here. Either way, before we get into lefties losing it, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick about this horror podcast called EATI. It stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama, and each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case files. What you're hearing is a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive, handheld camera experience. So if you love cosmic horror, the terrifying ambiguity of H.P. Lovecraft, and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. Let me grab this link really quick. I'm going to drop it in the chats. You guys are welcome to guess what color is Rita wearing today, because that's what's coming up next. But here is the link, and like I've been telling you guys, season 2 has just come out. So if you checked out EATI when we promoted it last time for season 1, you got to go back and check it again for season 2. There you go. There's the link. Go do the thing. All right, like I said, I'm pulling up Lefty's Losing It. We're going to read through the chat here in a moment and see if you hooligans can guess what color is Rita wearing today. I'm going to do the thing. Got to throw the spirit fingers at it. She likes that. She does. All right, read through really quick before we get it started. Russell, Rita's wearing blue balls today. She might be. I hope not, but, you know, she could be. Turbo's guessing white. Guessum's guessing white. Russell's guessing black. Wait a minute. Russell's guessing all the colors. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Where's the top of the list here? Elder Zoomer saying red. Sergeant Tripod saying red. Ramsey saying red. Pumpkin saying green. Kevin saying Halloween green. Boston saying pink. Sergeant Tripod saying blue. Conspiracy Queen saying yellow. Metal Mouth saying salmon. Sergeant Tripod naked. She's not naked. I'm sorry, bud. Polish is saying maroon. Let me see. Rappy saying green. TV saying green. Dutton is saying peach. Total Care saying black on white. Meta's talking about something else. Guess who's, let's see, Rita's wearing a shade of blue balls. You guys are so specific today. Agent O saying red. Is that everybody? Did we get everybody? Colty saying purple. Uncle Cracker saying, I don't know what that is. TICN gold. Kevin orange. Meg B saying purple. Bill Clay saying gunmetal black. Okay, Cass is saying red. I want to make sure everybody gets their goods here. Your juicer, what the fuck is that? Let me see. I think we got everybody. I wanted everyone to have a chance here. Is the chat frozen again on the GoofTube? Really, nobody on the GoofTube wants to participate? Well, that's fine. That's why you guys are on the GoofTube. Anyways, this is what Rita's wearing today. I'm not going to say it's white because you guys are going to say it's cream or it's leather sofa or it's, I don't know, it's R. Kelly's favorite color. Either way, let's do the thing. Hit that like button. Let's get this rolling.
For lefties losing it. You know, I suspect the White House, or at least its social media team, may be watching the Rita Panahi show. We did a little segment featuring Christmas decorations under the Biden White House compared to Melania's work this year. And what do you know? The White House has just released this very droll before and after video.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but this very next day, you gave me
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I mean, where the fuck should I really even start? I got hope that I'm keeping in the dark.
It's becoming increasingly difficult to separate reality from parody when it comes to lefties losing it. If you told me there was a production about a transgender woman with a passion for coal mining who has to fight the patriarchy and entrenched gender norms to succeed, I would have thought, well, you were talking about some sort of Saturday Night Live skit. But it's real and it's on Netflix. This is The Queen of Coal. Really.
It's always been my dream to work in the mine.
Rodriguez, Carlos, on the ground.
They sent the faggots.
Do you feel safe in that work environment? I need a job, not friends. To them, I'm just another guy.
You're not a guy and you're not like them.
If you say you're a woman now,
then you'll have to do women's work. And you know this company assigns different jobs to women.
It's not fair what they're doing to you.
No one can take away what you've earned, Carly. You earned it. It's yours.
I'm a minor, Violet. A minor.
Look, I'm just thrilled that we have Netflix celebrating fossil fuels, the mining industry that keeps the lights on. Bravo, though I do suspect there'll be some global warming narratives pushed in that production. Time to check in on the awful phenomenon that's affluent white female lefties who are at the forefront of just about every terrible idea in America and throughout the West at the moment. And not only are they, as a group, comically clueless, but their race obsessions make them utterly insufferable as well.
I'm going to be honest, I don't feel good about being white every day for a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege that I get to move through the world in a way that so many of my other colleagues and friends and family members of the community don't get the privilege to do. And I'm just a female, but just a woman, just a white woman. If I was a white man, I would be functioning from a point of an even greater privilege.
That's Democrat Sarah Stalker from the great state of Kentucky, and she's not satisfied with feeling bad about being white herself. She wants your kids to feel the same way. This is just gross.
When kids have a moment to reflect about how the color of their skin does and does not allow them to move through the world, running to them and trying to stifle that and trying to say you shouldn't feel bad, so we don't want to ever expose you to something that is going to make you have to pause and have maybe some internal feelings. It's a missed opportunity for some really good dialogue.
I'm going to play you a video now that could double as an ad for homeschooling. This is what 6th grade students in Maryland were exposed to. It's all about how to be non-binary.
We are actually going to be talking about tips for being non-binary. If you feel like a label will be helpful for you, then go ahead and attach yourself to that label, but don't feel like you have to stick to it. And you're able to change, you can evolve. I have had that experience myself in my own journey. You know, I did identify as straight, even though I never really was. I identified as bi for a minute, even though I actually was never bi. And then I identified as a lesbian, which is probably the closest terminology for my sexuality, because I like girls. And the non-binary thing also came around in an odd way.
And why stop there with the great advice? Why not tell confused girls how to bind their breasts, to hate their own bodies so much that they resort to painful binding?
General advice about binding is make sure you're being safe about it. Don't be wearing a binder more than 8 hours in a day. Definitely not exercising. The reason why I personally don't really wear binders that much is because of breathing. It restricts your breathing.
Restricts your breathing, but by all means still advise confused girls to do it. Just be safe about it. Restrict your breathing in a safe manner. And sticking with the excesses of the trans movement, here is California Governor Gavin Newsom.
We didn't get into trans sports. That's an issue no one wants to hear about because 80% of the people listening disagree with my position on this. But it comes from my heart, not just my head. It wasn't a political evolution. It was position being that I don't think it's. I want to see trans kids. I have a trans godson. There's no governor that's signed more pro-trans legislation than I have, and no one has been a stronger advocate for the LGBTQ community.
At least he knows that 80% of people disagree with him, 100% of sane people. That's the current king clown ruling over California. And if you thought Gavin Newsom was bad, just look at the Democrats looking to replace him, including this next woman, Betty Yee, who also can't see any issue with male bodies in female sport.
They are now part of, they have been through a transition, a physical transition, and I do believe that they should be able to participate. I think there's a lot of information we need to learn about what's really happening with the ability of trans athletes to compete. But my statement is about being able to be sure that they can compete. And right now,
but my question is whether you think they should compete in women's sport in the Olympics, because it's coming to LA, so it's relevant.
I think transgender female athletes are women athletes, and they should be able to compete.
Really?
There you go. Mediocre male athletes everywhere can look forward to gold medals in LA. Now, this next clip is incredible. Just the hysteria, the divorce from reality, the sense of entitlement. Watch this woman have a full-blown meltdown on behalf of a trans client who was misgendered by a law enforcement officer.
Hey TikTok, can you guys help me spam call the Mon County Probation Office in Monongalia County, West Virginia for being transphobic as I took one of my clients today to the probation office, and he is a trans mask individual, and he went back to do his drug test. And when he was back there, the front desk lady came out and said, she'll be right out. And I politely said, you know, he goes by he, him pronouns. And she looks at me and she says, she has a vagina, so she's a girl. And I was just like stunned. Like, I cannot believe that people are still saying this shit. Like, on the job. And then they wonder why queer people and trans people are not showing up for probation, not showing up for day report, not showing up for drug court, because they're misgendered and met with violent transphobia every step of the way.
Violence, misgendering is now violence, and by misgendering I mean stating biological realities. Imagine how privileged you must be to feel entitled to harass folks just doing their jobs because they didn't play along with your delusions. Joining me now is documentary film.
All right, that was lefties losing their marbles there. Good Lord, they got brain AIDS. That is all the news I had for you hooligans today. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to open today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Metal Mouth, and it's titled Girls Will Be Girls. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Donnie, and it's titled That's Gay. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about lefties losing their marbles. Snooks, she be not pretty. All those people who are part of the alphabet community, the LGBXYZ, they all look like clowns. All of them do. Russell, free the nip. Yeah, no binders. You guys don't be binding yourself. It's not good for you. Metal Mouth, what marbles? I don't know. They lost them all. They've been gone for a while. Cass, they're disgusting and pathetic. You're right. Poisoning the brains of those around them. Hey, thank you for being with us, Colty. Enjoy the rest of your night. Metal Mouth, dude looks like a lady. Arguing with receptionists at the desk about the gender of somebody. You gotta call him he, her. No, I don't. No, I do not. You are supposed to in Michigan, but you know, I don't talk. I go outside, I don't talk. Boston, should throat punch yourself, lady. They fix him right up. Zimzer, that's right, Sergeant Tripod. Alright, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff here. 10-man, these were the types of idiots that contributed to the downfall of Rome. Yeah. Losing track of reality. Can't remember which side's up and down. It's no good. Let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to open today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Now, yesterday we got some pretty cool recipes. We got Nuka-Cola and Stim Packs. But of course, I can't remember which number we opened. Is today 14 maybe? Let me see. There's a 14 here somewhere. There's gotta be. Oh, let me see. Let me double check. I think so. Today it's Codsworth. Bam, right here. Number 14. Not trying to flip you guys off, but you're welcome to flip me off back. You know, that's good stuff. What goes around comes around. I understand. What do we get today? What's in the box? I think it's from the railroad. I believe. Ooh. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's from Fallout, but I don't know what this is. It's got to be the railroad, I would think, but maybe not. I don't know which side is up on this. It is this. I've never seen this design before, but I want to say this is kind of similar to the symbol of the railroad. If you guys know Fallout, let me know, what is this from, because I am not quite sure. And that's pretty weird because I've played every single Fallout, so I don't know what that is. But either way, it's very interesting. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. Really appreciate it. Let's get into some funny videos, you hooligans. Like I said, this first one was provided by Metal Mouth. Here we go. And this one's titled, Girls Will Be Girls. Yep. Girls being girls. Let's get into our official funny video of the day here. Pull up. Do the thing. All right, this one was provided by Donnie and it's titled, That's Gay.
Give him a kiss! Kiss each other! Kiss each other!
Wow. That's one way to de-escalate things. That is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're gonna be raiding out over on Rumble. Goodness. Kiss each other. No. Don't do that. Stern snort-worthy. You guys are so funny. Mike Hingle. If it has an Adam's apple, it has a banana. That's right. Gotta keep an eye out for that stuff. Either way, there is a link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of you guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we gotta have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. Stall with the Hooligans. Plus, you'll be able to join us on Fridays for our voice chat, where we've been eating peppers and stuff. It's just one more reason to become official over on the website. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Man, oh, I had totally forgot about that. We are right on time. We got to cover Trump live before we wrap things up. I forgot because we did. He surprised us. All right, so we'll put this in the background. We're going to read through. We might do the pledge. before we cover them, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and put this in the background. I totally forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Tin Man. I was getting ready to wrap this up. Matt Rogers, I can't believe you saw Rosa. I haven't seen Rosa since the Red House Autonomous Zone. That's really crazy. Sodomy, your favorite sushi restaurant? That's too bad. That's too bad. Boston. It's going to be in D.C. It's delivering remarks at the Congressional Ball Grand Foyer. I don't know. It's not going to be a Trump rally. It probably won't be very long. What's up, Enter User? Happy Freedom? Yes, we're getting ready. Getting ready for the live. Metamouth, I want President Trump's desk. How much do you think it's worth? It's probably worth a ton. I know all those presidential desks are worth a lot. They get a special watch, too, I'm pretty sure. Butterfly Klaus is AI. He's not AI. I don't think AI could recreate the Klaus. Butterfly Jeff shirt is immaculate. How could that be possible with a cat? You guys just can't see the cat hair. The camera does something weird. You can't see my gray hairs either. I got like silver hairs all over. You can't see it in the camera. The camera is I don't know. Pumpkin, you're the bestest. I appreciate you being with us. 8:15. So actually we got 30 minutes. And then he's going to be late because he's always late, which is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up because there's no telling how long. He could be an hour late. And we're already at the end here. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up as we were in the middle of doing. But we'll be live again in like 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. Whenever President Trump walks on stage, we'll start a brand new live. So let's do that. We're going to read through really quick. And we are going to be raiding out on Rumble. Of course, we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. And then we're going to wrap this up. So that's the plan. But we'll be back with President Trump. Snook's fancy dance. Yeah. Alistair, yeah, I noticed that even with my boss camera, can't see the cat hair. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Like this looks a lot more washed out in person than it does on camera, which I'm so thankful for. I don't know, it must be done intentionally. The cameras just make the colors nice and bold, and I've always like felt lucky to have that. Done, in case you missed it, that symbol was for the Institute in Fallout. Oh yeah. I've never seen the other symbol. I've never seen this, or at least I wasn't paying enough attention to see this. But now that you say that, yeah, because they had this logo all over the place. Thank you, Dutton. I remember now. Had to go find our boy. I can't remember his name. What was his? It wasn't Sam. What was his name? What was his son's name in Fallout 4? Kevin, yeah, tag me in a pic on Discord. Sneaking been eating the mushrooms. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I love the mushrooms. Hey, never look up your fave kid books from your childhood. I found a golden book called Ookpik. This is from earlier today. It says it. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Bam. This is from earlier today. This isn't live right now, so I'll unmute it when they go live, if they go live. But we got 30 minutes. Let me see. Peyton found a golden book called Ookpik the Arctic Owl and ordered it for the grandkids. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that. And I didn't read books when I was a kid. I did not have a very good life when I was a kid. So I don't remember most of my childhood, but that's okay. Alistair, let's see. When are we playing Fallout 76? We got to do it. I got to do the 5 hours of premium, and you probably got to do it too. We should definitely do that because I've only played 20 minutes of Fallout 76 because I never had anyone to play with because I'm the only person I know that has a computer for gaming. So we got to figure that out, Alistair. I need to do the premium next week before Christmas is what I would prefer. I think we might actually have the week after that, but I'd prefer to get it done next week sometime if you're able to, Alistair. Thank you for being with us, Rappy. Metalmouth, what is the Red House Autonomous Zone? when the lockdowns were still happening before the convoy, and I think it was even before the vaccine mandates, Antifa had taken over a house. Well, it was kind of like a cul-de-sac area in Portland. There was a family that was living in a house. They had been evicted and they refused to leave, and authorities showed up to rip them out of the house and to arrest them and stuff. They had already shut the water off. They shut the power off, and Antifa showed up and barricaded themselves in the house and then barricaded the block. And so then you could not enter the cul-de-sac area of where the red house was, which was the house where the people were evicted. They were trying to raise money to be able to get these people to stay in this home, even though the landlord already evicted them, didn't want anything to do with them because look what was happening. They ended up blockading the entire block, and for like 2 weeks or maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe a whole month, all of Antifa was down there, and they were trying to protect the block. They were preventing people from accessing the area. They had built gates. They had booby-trapped everything. They had people on watch. A lot of them were doing 24-hour live streams. They were live streaming while they were sleeping to try and keep them safe and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what they were hoarding guns. There was a house next door where they were hoarding guns. There was people monitoring the situation and giving us updates and stuff. We would be able to tell when it was time to go live, what they were doing, when they were doing it. We knew when they were eating. I mean, we knew when their shifts were over. There was all kinds of stuff going on back then, but that was the Red House Autonomous Zone. Eventually it got broke up. Police went in, did away with all that stuff. And that was one of the last big Antifa events that we covered. Right after that, they built an autonomous zone down. They were calling it down by the river, but I never saw any of that stuff. It was just something the locals in Portland knew about. And eventually that got broke up as well. And then after that, we didn't really hear anything about Antifa. And then the lockdowns went away because we came out of the emergency order. Old man Walter in May had ended the emergency act that was suspending our rights. And after that, we didn't really hear much about Antifa, and anytime we did, it was a dud. It'd be like 4 fat chicks or dudes or whatever the fuck they were standing outside of a church while they were inside had, drag queens reading kids' books to children half naked and shit. Like, that was the only time we seen Antifa after that. Anyways, reading through and we're wrapping her up. Like I said, we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. We're raiding out over on Rumble, and we'll be live again in 40 minutes or so with President Trump. Turbo, you got 76? Yeah, we could all play together. Here, Juice, the origin of the Smurfs is pretty dark. You want to tell us about it during the voice chat on Friday? I'll write you a reminder. You can tell us about, or we can look it up. We can do both. It looks good, Matt Rogers. Kicking ass over there. Boston, yeah, well, they're supposedly considered terrorists now. Antifa is considered a terrorist group. We'll see how they're actually treated, though, because they've always been protected by police instead of being cracked down on. Kevin, they found a body on a walking trail here in Charlottetown, PEI. Weird. I wonder if they're going to be able to figure out who did it, or was it a suicide? Alistair, I'm giving away a statue for my premium. Still got to work out the logistics, but I'll play with you just cuz. Sounds good, Alistair. I'll let you know when I'm doing gaming lives and we can see if our schedules will coordinate. Metamouth, mildly? What are you responding to? Lisa, you're cracking me up. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. We are going to be right now over on Rumble. But like I said, we'll be live in like the next 40 minutes or something like that. President Trump's supposed to be live at 8:15. Now, maybe he will be closer to being live because it's a ceremony of sorts. I can't remember what it's called. Let me look at it really quick. Pull it out so I can look at it. Congressional Ball Grand Foyer, right? So it's not a Trump rally. So he can't be 2 hours late and call it a day. They are going to wait for him. Of course, it's President Trump. But he might actually be closer to being on time. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to raid out. We're going to do the thing, and we'll be live shortly with President Trump. That's right, Metal Mouth. Play ball. And just checking through the chats really quick. Make sure everybody is ready for the raid. And it looks like we're good to go. Let's see who we're raiding today. Gotta try and remember who we've raided this week. We did Cat Dog. We did Rotella. Who did we do at the beginning? Was it Waffle Meat? I wish Zero was here because she's been writing everybody down. Let's raid Grim. Because it's been a while since we raided Grim. And everywhere we go, Grim is there. So it's his turn for the raid. I don't know what he's playing. I don't know what this is. But that's okay. Get ready for the raid. Make sure you hit that like button as soon as you land. Of course, I gotta grab his link here. Pull it out. Here we go. Let's get raiding, you hooligans.
Hey, man.
This is awful.
Quito and Moniera. Hello, ladies. How are you? Welcome in. I'm sharing my screen right here. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for the raid.
Great. Grim, have you never played like No More Heroes or anything like that?
No, I wanted to. I didn't have a Wii. Was it on
No More
Wii?
Heroes is so good.
It was on Wii, right? Jeff Mack, welcome in, everybody. Hello. Hello. Come. Give me 1 second. Hello. Welcome in. Namaste. Jeff Mack, appreciate you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Kevin. Hello. Turbo. Jeff, how's the live? It's good, man. We're back. Tomorrow we start 12 Days of Grimbus, a 12-day gaming marathon. It's going to be absolutely insane. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Hit that like, hit that repost. We're watching the Game Awards with the gang, and we are roasting every game and having a damn good time. Hat the cat. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, TV Green. Appreciate the follows, guys. Jeff, I hope you had a great stream. I'm excited for it. I shared it on X. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate you, man. Jeff Mack in the house. Welcome in. Hello, Dutton. Hello, everybody. Welcome. AI music, Zay says? Yeah, it is. Long days and pleasant nights. I love it. Alastair, good to see you again. Hello, Pumpkin. Hello. Appreciate you. It was a good life. Always is, Jeff. Always is for you, playa. Always is.
Okay,
Playa, please.
That
Appreciate you.
hyped for the main show, then maybe you're the problem.
Hello, Cass.
I don't know about that.
Wait, what?
Track 50, a studio
Grim, really? You
made
just
up
gonna
of
take them?
action game lovers who have worked on titles such as
Playa.
Devil May Cry, Dragon's Dogma, and Resident Evil, creating action games for action games.
So they're all ex-Capcom
Okay.
employees.
We're minutes away from the...
All right, fantastic raid, you hooligans. They're over there watching the Game Awards. I didn't even know that was a thing going on. Very cool. Of course, he's gaming it up, so that's important to him and all of that. But like I said, fantastic raid, you hooligans. President Trump is expected to be on stage in the next 15 minutes. I assume he's going to be late. He's probably not going to be that late considering it's not a Trump rally. But we are going to cover it. But first, we're going to read through. We're going to wrap this up. I'll get everything ready for the Trump rally. And as soon as he steps on stage, we'll go ahead and start the brand new live. Hey, I appreciate you being with us, Matt Rogers. Kevin, welcome back. Thank you for being with us. Too old to care. What's up, Boosted Flames? Happy frame to you. Okay. Drugs are bad. That's what they say. Still yet to be proven. All right, it looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we're going to wrap this up, but we'll be live again in like 20 minutes or half hour. Whenever President Trump steps on stage, we'll kick off the brand new live. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go find yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. We got 20 minutes, and then President Trump's going to be on stage, and he's going to need us to be here. So go get a snack really quick. I'll see you guys shortly for the next live. Once again, what we're going to be covering next is President Trump delivering remarks at the Congressional Ball Grand Foyer. So like I said, come back in 20 minutes. If I don't see you for the Trump live, I will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.